If you want to know how an Interpol Red Notice affects your asylum case in the United States, watch this video to the end. If your asylum case involves an Interpol Red Notice or diffusion issued against you, this could make your case extremely challenging. Here is why. Under United States immigration law, specifically statute 8 U.S.C. 1158 A2B, if an immigration judge has a serious reason for believing that the immigrant has committed a serious non-political crime outside the U.S. before their arrival in the United States, this immigrant is ineligible for asylum claim. The language of this statute does not require a particular proof of your guilt or conviction. It requires only some evidence giving the judge reason to believe that the crime was committed by alien, even though it might not be so. Such evidence is an Interpol Red Notice or diffusion. However, for an Interpol Red Notice to make you ineligible for asylum in the United States, certain criteria must be met. The first, the evidence disqualifying you from asylum claim must constitute the reason to believe that is tantamount to a probable cause. Second, the crime reflected from the evidence against you must be serious. That usually presupposes a potential maximum period of conviction more than 5 years. Third, the crime must be not politically motivated. These criteria might help in cases where alien protested against political system or regime peacefully, nevertheless was accused of committing a crime for such actions. Fourth, it must be proved that the crime indeed occurred and was committed by the alien. Meanwhile, under federal regulations, specifically 8 CFR 1240.8d, the alien does have a chance to challenge ineligibility for asylum under the standard of proof, preponderance of evidence. This standard is met when, given the rebuttal evidence you provided, the findings based on an Interpol Red Notice or diffusion are shown to be speculative, indecisive, or could lead to the different conclusion. Crucially, you must present all the evidence before the immigration court, in other words, within the initial proceedings of your asylum case. Because once your case is on appeal, you typically cannot support your case by new evidence. In practice, in most cases, regardless of the evidence you submitted, the U.S. government and the U.S. administrative judges consider an Interpol Red Notice and diffusion as a sufficient basis to exclude you from eligibility of asylum claim. It happens even if a red notice on your name was issued at the request of a regime like North Korea, for example. However, it's crucial, again, to submit all relevant and rebuttal evidence within the immigration court proceedings, because it gives you a good chance of winning in federal court.